In 3, 2, 1. Yo.
Oh,
We are back now. The only messed up thing right now is that Twitter. I ain't gonna call it X because I can't give you. I was thinking about calling you X, but then you start charging motherfuckers to go on
I seen
X.
that email. I seen that email come through the other day. I was like, "Fuck
Yeah.
you."
So you got to have a premium subscription for X to be able to stream live on their platform. So basically, I pay $22 a month. You got me bent. I bet you I don't. I bet you I don't.
Yeah.
So hey,
Mm.
we just live YouTube. Come on over here. Maybe we'll get so many people going hard on Twitter and just say, man, we ain't standing for that, and you need to change that. So hopefully, so many people just get so mad because you know what? A lot of people got mad when they couldn't see their names on their likes, and you see how they changed it back, right? Because you see how they were making all the likes private for a little bit, and then now they went back public because that's all. That's saying a whole bunch of people was pissed off and mad and was like complaining to them, and they changed it back. So do the same damn thing, all everybody who knows Twitter, so we can get back live on there for free, fools. Anyway, it's Burgers and Blitzes. What's up, David? Everybody get in the building. Probably be a slow crowd coming in, but we appreciate when you
Yeah.
do.
Give them time to trickle. Give them time to trickle in. Everybody pay. Everybody got it.
Yeah,
Everybody got to go to the bar, get a drink. They come sit.
you
They
know.
got to come sit
You got
down.
your drink. You got
Hell
you got
yeah,
the
I
big
do.
bottle. What's your
I
bottle? Show
stay.
your bottle. Where's your
Oh,
bottle? Show it. See, he be going hard. See, I'm doing the light thing. I got the little buzz ball.
those things are cute.
They are cute, very cute. I
I
got
also
one on
got me.
accident.
I got me some twisted tea too. I gotta grab that hoe real quick.
See, I got it on accident, and then bam, I got addicted to
See, that's what happened with these jokers. You got to be
it.
careful with these jokers right here, son.
That's what
You
I'm
wake
saying.
up.
My
You
girl
wake
like
up on
those.
like, dude. You be like out there at the pool swimming,
Mm-hmm.
chilling, right? And next
Mm-hmm.
thing you know, you're gonna wake up on the couch with like one sock on
Mm-hmm.
at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm. 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 You know it.
Because
But hey,
they
we
got a
here.
yeah, they got a bomb pop flavor.
We are here though.
Oh
It's
hell
been a
yeah.
while. Uh, been a while. It's been a while, but it's been more
Yeah,
my fault. It's been more my
uh
fault.
it's been a month, ain't it?
Yeah, been about a month. Been about a month. So it's been about a month since we've been live. So hasn't been any movement in any new things. What's up, Daniel?
Huh?
Eastside, what's up? Hasn't been any new movement, but I'm hearing in them streets. And I'm gonna throw his name out there because he told me. He posted on my Twitter. Dan Rogers, I know you know who he is. You know who he is, Mike?
Yeah,
Okay, you know who he is. He's
yeah,
super pro Dallas, super pro Dallas. And
yeah. Yeah.
he said deal gonna be done in September. And he said he can guess that gonna get about 58 million annually. Does that sound right about you?
Depends if he signs it, because the streets is saying my streets, the
What's
streets
up,
that
Tim? Go ahead.
uh, well, track record speaks for itself there, especially when it comes to this certain player.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we go wheels up to Oxnard. That's it. That's next Wednesday. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they may leave. They may leave Tuesday night. Uh, but it's next Wednesday.
Right, and we
So
haven't seen Dallas. If I know, I could be wrong, but we haven't seen
mm-mm.
Dallas sign a
once camp
quarterback.
once camp starts, it's over.
They're not going to sign him during,
Mm,
right after camp, are they? I mean, they
mm-mm.
did Zach Martin and them though, Mike.
Yeah, but Zach wasn't showing up.
Mm,
Dak just stay his ass at the house.
he ain't.
I know, too much of a company, man. Too much
Mm-hmm.
of a my mom. I don't.
And he love his team though too.
That ain't this ain't coming from a place of malice. Everybody know that. Don't get it fucking twisted. But
Right.
my mama wouldn't. She raised me better than to do that to them people. No matter how they treat me. So that's where that is. That's also that goes all the way through his play style. Where they told him to quit running and It's just marching orders. And a lot of football players are like that, for lack of a better word. A lot of people are like that. So I'm not hating on him, but at a certain point, man, you got all the leverage in the world. If you ain't on that plane when they go to Oxford, and it's Trey
Oh,
Lance and them throwing the ball around out there, they gonna okay, okay, okay.
you're
It'd be
right.
Chicken Little time.
You're right. What? That'd be awesome to see.
Hmm.
Like, go ahead. You picked them. You spent a fourth round. Go ahead.
Yeah, they call him. They say, "Hey, our flight's for 7 o'clock on Tuesday night." He's like, "Oh, our flight? I don't have a flight. Y'all got a flight. I don't have one. I got a baby at the house. I got a soon-to-be fiance. Whatever's going on with that situation.
Hmm.
I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. And watch what happens. What?
Everything would
Well,
change. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott did
yeah,
it to y'all.
yeah. His big ass head riding around in Cabo on a golf cart,
Ezekiel Elliott did it to y'all.
and they
So
panic.
they panicked. And
Panic.
see, and they know. See, they feel like they know Dak so well. And they like Dak ain't gonna do that to us.
Ain't
But
gonna do it.
That's why Dak should just hit him with the should hit him with
It's
the
like
like
it's like
surprise, like Dak
the
didn't show
quiet
up.
kid. Yeah,
You know, people would be talking about that. That would be everywhere, everywhere. I mean,
cinema.
on every sports channel,
Oh no,
everywhere.
it'd be on HGTV, DIY Network, Home Shopping Network, Discovery
Yeah,
Channel.
I agree. I agree. The busy real estate trapper, he should make him sweat.
Yeah,
Make him
absolutely.
sweat. Ezekiel Ellen made y'all sweat, and y'all folded like chairs, like you
Yeah,
said.
let four not come out that tunnel in Oxnard and watch how shit jumps.
Watch how that contract comes.
All them fans there. Where Dak? Where Dak? Where Dak? Oh, y'all fucking up. Y'all fucking up. 'Cause- Oh, that'd be lovely. Personally, I'd love to see all three of them not show because Lamb already ain't going to be there.
Yes, I mean Lamb don't show up, Dak don't. I mean that's how you really do it. I
You
mean
have
that's how
to.
you really
It's
do
it's
it.
it's at a point. It's not like this isn't Ezekiel Elliott holding out on his third year.
Right.
This is essentially Dak's fourth contract with the team, if you want to count the franchise tag. Why is it like this every single time? I'm tired of y'all. I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired of y'all. Give my damn money, and I'm on the
Mm-hmm.
way. Until then, don't you speak to me or my wife's kid ever again. Don't ask me and mine
Yeah.
for
Like
nothing.
yeah. Don't call me until we get in that contract signed. Till y'all
No,
being
I don't.
serious. I'll see y'all then.
Call me back when you got some money. Until then, don't call my damn phone.
Mm-hmm.
I like to tell people that. Call me back when you got some money. I'll come. Hey, I'll come work. I've been out of job, right? I've been out of job. Said $1,700. I was even cutting bro a price, right? Because we friends. He called me like, man, think you do it for about 1,300? I said, no, dude. I'm actually going to take an L on this. Probably about $100 L. So I'm trying to help you out. He tried to ruin a friendship over that. That's why you don't work with friends. I said, man, don't call my
Mm-hmm.
phone no more till you got some money. Yeah, hey, you want to go hang out on Saturday, shoot some pool or bullshit? That's fine. But if you call me talking about work again and you ain't got money, when you got an invoice in your hand, we're going to have problems. Your decision. You know?
Yeah.
Cut the check. I go do the work. We still cool. It is what it is. So it's it's to a point where it's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
It flat out is. It's to a point where you're disrespectful. And if you look at it from the team standpoint, whether he's here or not next year, still paying him. Still paying him. Gonna have a dead cap hit. And you're gonna lose a quarterback in his prime. He's only 30. That's that window's like 27 to 35, right? With the quarterbacks. If you don't sign him, he is gone for
Mm-hmm.
the highest you can get is a fourth on your comp pick. You're going to lose a quarterback in his prime for a fourth round comp pick in 2026. You don't even get the fucking thing in 25. You get it in 26. So what's better business? Even if you don't want him, like I've been saying all off season, and
I've been saying it too
here's an
for years.
even if you don't want him, sign him. It makes him easier to move. The
Yeah,
biggest, like I said, the biggest Dak, I said it the day after the damn Green Bay game. The biggest Dak hater in the world should have been pounding the table for them to sign him because he's easier to move then, and it helps your team. Now the price has gone up $10 or $15 million already. You're backed
you
up
don't
against
think,
the wall.
but you don't think. Okay, I hear what you're saying with that, Mike. But let me ask you a question. What about you're saying that, but and he gonna probably put a no trade clause in this contract too?
That's up
You
to the
know he
agents.
is, but you know he is because you know they're gonna try
That's
to be on that foolery.
that's where
Does
the backdoor deals of these. People like to say there's never been a sign and trade.
hmm
Never has been. Never bullshit. What the deal is, what the deal is, you get a trade, and the other you eat some money on the deal. It's not technically a sign and trade, but it is. It's not like how it works in the NBA. Like with
hmm
Khalil Mack. Khalil
hmm
Mack got trade. That was basically as close as you're going to get to a straight up sign and trade.
hmm
Um, because the deal was already worked out with them.
hmm
And now you back channel, and here's this, and there's unofficial, official tampering that goes on, and you get your player. Same thing happened with Jalen Ramsey. So the fact that people think it can't happen, I mean, anything you want can happen. Anything, I mean, people said Devontae Adams wasn't getting traded. People said Hopkins wasn't getting traded. People said AJ Brown wasn't getting traded. People said, I could keep going. It happens all the time.
People were saying Joe Montana wasn't getting traded.
It, it happens all the time. The problem is you have to have a competent front office where they don't get butt hurt and hang up the phone in people's faces and not talk to them for 6 months at a time.
hmm
And this goes back to the contract situation with this front office. Between, for people that don't know, there's like two, it's kind of three, but it's two because WME and Athletes First are part, or they're a team. There's three agencies: WME, CAA, and Athletes First. They have about, I would what I would consider 80% of rosterable players on their payroll,
hmm
under their guide, right?
hmm hmm
Okay, well,
hmm
Justin Jefferson works for one of them. Not works, they represent. They signed all these deals all
hmm
across the league. 31 other teams don't have an
hmm
issue, but
hmm
when it comes to Dallas, it's always pulling teeth. I've had that exact word. He goes, dude, Mike, it's like pulling teeth.
hmm
And they want to win, 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 and not give any take. And that's not how negotiations work. So then we end up just take whip. Like I said, we end up just whipping their ass in September. So, um, but back to the original point with the Dan Rogers thing, we kind of got off the tracks here, but that's what we do. Um, that I've been told in good authority that the personal deadline is wheels up to Oxford, or Dak's wearing a different kit this time next year. That's what I was told.
And training camp starts next week.
Yeah, a week from today.
Is okay. So let me ask you this. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he's getting
Well,
signed by the start of camp. Not in my
nope.
opinion. What about CD Lamb then? Will he get signed this year? One person's going to get signed this year.
They got to do something. And we're going to talk about we're going to get to that point in a minute. That when I DM'd you about the three players, right?
Uh
So
huh.
you got to do something with. Let's fuck it. Let's go ahead and roll into it. You got to
Go
do
ahead.
something with three of them. With one of the three, you have to.
hmm hmm
You can't sign Dak without signing Lamb. You don't have money. You don't have the cap space unless you restructure Diggs. And we're at a point now where they have kicked so many cans down the road. They had a pile of cans at their feet, and they need to go to the scrapyard. They can't afford to kick any more cans down the road, and they're nervous about it now because every can they kick, even though we told them it was a dumbass idea to start with, they still did it with Gallup and Zeke. And now you got this money, these cans laying at your feet. Of those three players, you got 4, 11, and 88. What does this team look like if 4 goes down for 6 weeks? What does this team look like if 11 goes down for 6 weeks? And what does this team look like if 88 goes down for 6 weeks? 88 goes down, we're fucked. 4 goes down, we're fucked. We can survive 11. We can survive that. It's not ideal. We can survive that though. So that's when you as a team have to make a smart decision on a player that could bring you back much, much needed compensation to get some fire back under this thing because you're running on fumes and you're not going to do all three of them. They're not. They're flat out. Listen to the way they talk. They're flat out not going to pay $100 million a year for 3 players. They're not going to do it. We could talk about how they can make it work and all this, and we know where they can make it work. They're not going to do it. And flat out, it's not a smart decision. And then you add in all the other factors with 11. With he's already got off the chain a few times. He's already got off the chain a few times, and I personally worry about giving someone who has Terrell Owens syndrome clear eye view too. Nothing's ever my fault. I did my job. Y'all are the wrong ones. Don't tell me nothing. I'm gonna be ready. We're talking to about himself in the third person. You give that man all that money, good luck. That's just the way I see it.
Hey, what happened? Come on back in here, Mike. He was getting good. He probably pushed a button on the wrong button on accident. So we're gonna wait for Mike to come back in here because he was cooking. I was hurry up, Mike, get back in here, man. Let me tweet him right. Don't y'all go nowhere. Stay in the building. Mike's coming right back because he got me like listening because I'm feeling what he's saying. I'm listening to what he's saying. There you go.
Is up for a second, Buff? There you
What
go.
you do?
All right, so you got me on that part with the
Yeah, got you. You got it real interesting. You got me just sitting back and drinking my little drink and listening
yeah.
to you.
It's hard to long form on Twitter, and people kind of come after me, and some people understand,
I'm
but
understanding.
when you get we can't lose 4. People say, oh, we did okay with uh old redheaded Great White Hope Cooper Rush. Yeah, we had a negative point differential. We survived off of turnovers on bad teams. Calm the hell down. You're not if you lose Dak for even a month, your season's probably cooked. If you lose 88 for a month, your season's probably cooked. If you lose 11 for a month, there may be one game you don't close out, especially if we're talking which end of the year is it? Is it December? Because you lose him in December, you barely gonna miss him. You lose him to September, you can survive it. You lose Dak in December or CD in December, that's fucking over, dude. That's over. That's church. That's we start looking at draft picks and wondering how we can lose these next 5 or 6 games and get out of here with a close to top 10 draft pick. And when you're talking about giving $100 million between three different players, these are the things you need to discuss with your personnel group, with your front office, with your scouts, with your coaches, with everything you have on the roster. What can we absolutely not live without? Because that's where you're at right now with this team, with the backloaded contracts and the draft pick bust and the no working free agency. This is where you're at. I rest my case.
Yeah, I'm feeling you. Now, we were just talking off air before we went live, and I said, "Did you see that tweet I gave Dak? I gave Dak them props where I said, I've just been thinking back and forth. I still feel the same way. I feel that Dak's just not going to win here, but I feel like that's just the dysfunction of this whole organization,
Yeah,
and
it's a
it's just the dysfunction in my opinion. But when I sat back and think, I watched Romo for all them damn years, and I he pissed me off and he made me mad, and I yelled at him. He made me mad, but I still stood by him because I felt like he still gave us the best chance to win. Like every time we played a game, we still had a chance to win with him. You know what I'm saying? Like we still
Romo
had
was
a court.
frustrated because he would be the only reason you were in the game, and he'd be the only reason you lost it,
Right. I feel
like the
you. Yeah.
Broncos game.
100%. You feel me? But like I know that even though he did that dumb stuff, he was still the best chance that he gave us a best chance to win. When we went out on the field,
Absolutely, absolutely.
you had a chance. Every game, if the defense did a little bit and if he didn't, you had a chance, right? And I look at Dak and I'm frustrated, but we talked and somebody else mentioned that 2018 game, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, we that was a really good chance we should have went to at least a NFC Championship game. We
Yes, you
both
hear it.
talked about that time and time again. And then I'm only gonna say when I look at that 23, that was the whole squad. Yeah, he messed up too. The whole squad just looked like trash against the
That the
Packers.
ass chapter is 2019 when we missed the playoffs with a plus 114 point differential because the
Yeah,
defensive special teams is so terrible. And for
right.
some reason, it's just Dak missed the playoffs. It's not nobody else was on the team. Nobody else. It was just Dak, and Dak was on the Cowboys, and Dak played every week, and Dak missed the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean,
Plus one. Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the only game I really can say that I feel strongly, even in that first San Francisco game, he didn't play terrible. The whole team just played terrible.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
whole
this
team just
is
the whole team played. But the San Francisco game, what's up, Desmond? The San Francisco game in 2022, I felt like that was the Dak moment and he didn't do it. That was the game to me where we had another best chance to get to the next level NFC
so.
championship game.
This
So
goes back. This goes back to the original point. I'm not the original point, but about 88, 4-11. All you had was Lamb. Lamb ate that game. He
yeah, he
got like
did. Yeah,
100,
like
what is it, 108,
yeah,
180
11
yards,
catches.
100.
We didn't have him in that game. We did nothing.
So imagine that's all you had. So you had Lamb in that game. That is your team, right? As your team stands right now, your team is worse than that version of the team of the 2022 Cowboys because you had Pollard and Pollard was still scrapping, but then he broke
Right?
his damn, and
Yeah.
look what and look what it had. You ran up against a better team. You meet better teams in the playoffs, and I knew we do not. Everybody laughed. I keep bringing it back up because I was right, y'all were wrong. I'm smart, you're not. The damn Green Bay game. I told y'all they're about to blow the damn doors off of us because that was a hot
You,
ass team.
you said it. I 100% agree. We was I
That
ain't gonna
team
forget
caught
it because I
fire.
remember it was right. It was like 5 weeks before the season was over, and he was like, "I ain't trying to play Green Bay. I ain't trying to play
It was
Green
our
Bay."
podcast on
And
Thanksgiving week.
yeah, and I'm like, we got this. Then after you told me about what's so funny is after you talked to me about him, Mike, I started just watching Green Bay right after that, right? And
They
then I just was
execute.
watching, and I was just watching us, and I was like, okay, you know what? This motherfucker's right. I don't want to play him. And then when we got him scheduled, I'm like, hell no. And everybody's talking. Okay, this is set up for failure. This is
Yep.
we're
Oh,
always on the.
youngest
I
team.
just yeah, and you know how you always said we're always on the wrong end of history. I got a history thing that I just posted where I said it said from CBS Sports. Dallas is the only team in history to have 3 straight 12-5 seasons and not even get to an NFC Championship game.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what's up. We setting
You know what I'm
records out here,
saying?
baby. We setting
You know
records
what I'm
out here,
saying?
son.
So, but at the end of the day, as you know, talking about the Dak thing, I mean, right now, just keeping it real, I just feel like he's not going to win here because of dysfunction, but he does give us the best chance to win. Like every game we play, he gives us the best chance to win. And you just don't throw those type of things away because you're going into an unknown and you could go into purgatory
Mm.
and it could
It's
really
like,
set your team back a long ways. And like you said, 30 years old prime. You know, I just been frustrated with this team, which I still am. I still feel like this team ain't doing nothing this year. Still gonna be lame. I
yeah.
just feel like it's gonna be a lame duck season. And this is the problem because I feel like he's the quarterback that you can sign, but if you fail like it does, we already know who's going to get the blame. Well, you just paid him all that money, and look, we still didn't win in the playoffs. That's the first thing that's the first thing that's coming out the
Oh,
mouth. And I think that's another reason why I'm like, man, just let him go somewhere else because I'm tired of hearing that shit.
give him the Shanny. Give him the Shanny. And Shanny will come over here whenever they're on schedule and just drag our sorry asses up and down the damn field. And you know it. You know it. What they've done with what that dude has done with bomb ass quarterbacks. And when you get to a point, they that Charles Haley quote is getting misquoted and ran all around town about, trade deck. What he said was trade deck, and watch what
And
happened.
yeah, yeah, all he said was trade Dak and watch what's and see what's going to happen. And right after he said that, he said all these teams in the NFL are going to be after him. So
Yes,
people listen to what
which
he
is
said. It was
and
real
people
obvious.
want to be they want to be obtuse on purpose. He was being hyperbolic. It's Charles Haley. He's 70 years old and has CTE. The problem he said when he says all the teams, he's always not talking about Kansas City and freaking LA. The people that just signed the
Right? He's
quarterback.
talking about the
The,
teams who need a damn
the
quarterback.
when you got which is over 15 teams. So when you got over half the league that would cut their own leg off and put it on a private jet to show Dak how much they care, that might as well be every team. Because when's the last time the Cowboys won an auction for shit?
And
Imagine
it's
Dak
not.
in an auction.
I mean, and it's not like not all the Cowboys players that leave Dallas are failing.
No, no, Dak. Look at all the
Dalton
people
Schultz,
that got
Dalton
paid.
Schultz, and Noah Brown just left and had a pretty good season over there at Houston.
Hmm.
I think Tyron Smith will have if he stays a certain amount healthy, he'll have a pretty good year at New York. I think he will. Cowboys players leave
Here's
and
a
they don't do bad.
here's a dark horse in the whole Dak situation. You're gonna hate it. Everybody in the chat's gonna hate it.
Well, I'm gonna hate it. I ain't gonna hate it. I ain't gonna hate
The
it.
Nats.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
The Nats. They're moving on from DJ at the end of this year. They're gonna void his. They're gonna void those last 2 years of his contract. So now you got Malik Neighbors sitting there with no quarterback. And Todd France is good friends with the ownership and GM there.
Boy, oh boy, that would be
How,
crazy.
how about that one, boy?
That
How
would be
about how
crazy.
about
If
how
that if
about we
that if
flip
that
that?
really happened, that would be crazy.
How about we flip that Dallas versus New York record right quick?
That would be wow just to watch.
I want it to happen just for it to happen. You know, what I mean? Like at this point, I don't. I mean, neither one of us give a shit about the Cowboys. Like we care about Dak. Like
Mhm.
I want it to happen just to see it happen.
Right.
I'm I'm an agent of chaos. I
Me
love
too. I'm
chaos.
cool. I'm cool with chaos too.
Like I want to see, I want to see Devontae Adams get the camp and demand a trade. I want to see shit like that. And that Connor has a point with the GM. The GM is smart. They obviously their owner is a dinosaur like Jerry, but they understand that You can tell by the way they're talking. Hell, we just had a new episode drop last night. I haven't watched it yet.
If they pay Daniel Jones money, they'll definitely be all on Dak.
And to listen to the way they talk, say, "Well, we paid DJ. We have to do something. We have to figure out a way to get a team around him. That's our job. We've done it. Bed's made, right? Dinner's in the oven. All right, we got to find some plates. We forgot to buy plates. Shit, we forgot to buy plates. Let's go find some plates. Let's figure out because that's when that Saquon talk was happening. And ended up Howie Roseman ended up looking like the boomer in that scenario, getting a guy that's been washed for the last 4 years. And Saquon cost himself $30 million. I talked about it last year when he didn't sign that deal and he went on the tag. No, it wasn't even the tag. They signed him to a 1 year. It was a 1 year deal.
1 year, 10
So
million.
so they could so they
11.
could have tagged him again this year, which wouldn't be again. It would be the initial tag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he fucked himself like a tied up goat. Bad, bad,
Because I
bad.
tell you what, if he don't have a good year at Philly, they're gonna cut him after
It's
1
over.
year. They're gonna cut him
If he
after
don't
one
have
year.
if he's not producing by October, he'll be gone.
I ain't they gonna give up on
I
him
mean,
that
not
quick.
October, probably December, but
About to
he'll
say
get
they're not
hurt because
giving
that's
up
what he
on him.
does. Because hurt guys stay
He is
hurt.
hurt. He is hurt, guy.
So
Yeah,
there's
I'm not fearing no Saquon. He ain't doing nothing. I
no
mean, it'll help that he's got the line, but I ain't fearing him. You know what I mean?
what
Ain't
line.
nobody. The offensive line is pretty decent at Philly, dog.
I am so ready to watch Jalen Hurts play without Kelsey.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
am
see how Cam Jurgens. We're gonna see
I
how.
am I am
I just want to
so
see him with.
ready.
I just want to see him with. With Kelsey, but I want to see him with uh Kellen Moore. I want to see how that's gonna work. I want to see how that's gonna work.
It pisses me off that Kellen Moore catches the shit for Herbie being a coward. Because you can turn on their 22 and you can watch open people all day long that Herbie won't pull the trigger on. He's Derek Carr. He's more talented, but he's got the mentals of Derek Carr. And when I say this, I mean it. Justin Herbert may be the most talented quarterback in the league from a pure arm physical build standpoint.
That's why they keep him up in the top 5 on
And
talent.
but he's a
You're right.
fucking coward, dude.
I
He's a
mean,
coward.
you're
It
right,
pisses me
but
off watching him.
you're right, but that's why, because everybody when they see him, they're like, man, he frustrates you because
He's
there's no
six
way
six six. He's got a fucking
there's no
cannon.
way he's got a cannon, he got an arm, he can make every damn throw. You should be in the playoffs every single year, and you should be winning every year with you.
You should be a shoe
Every
in for it.
You should
Hey,
be a shoe in any team that drafts. They don't have to get star receivers because you're that damn good. You can get
yeah,
regular receivers because you're that. But he don't have that factor, dog. He don't have like that thing that you said up there. He don't have it. He don't have it. He does not have it. But every why people keep putting him up there is because number one, he was a first rounder. They see his numbers, they see that talent, and they keep giving him the benefit of the doubt because of the talent. Much like they do Matthew Stafford. Let's keep it real. That's why they keep giving
you're
Matthew
talking about
Stafford.
the most overrated quarterback in the history of the fucking NFL.
There you go. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that. Nope. I'm not. I'm
Get in
not.
your chair in the corner, Stafford. Your wife's got boyfriends coming over.
Oh,
Right.
we ain't got that ain't got nothing to do with damn football.
No, you're right. Still funny.
I know, but they ain't got nothing to do with football. The man, I get it, but you know what? He
That
got
first round
talent.
plot armor is something else, boy. That you can hell. Clowney rode 10 years on first round plot armor.
I mean, he got a chip though.
Clowney did. Oh,
No,
with it.
I'm talking about Stafford.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have a bad year last year either.
He
He's not
also got his he also got his fourth win over an above 500 team
he's not
in
really
L.A.
the winner type, okay? Like, but he's not a loser type either. He's like in between.
Okay,
He's just got that supreme talent. You feel
if
me?
Dak if
Can you
Dak
say that?
Prescott if Dak Prescott, if
If
Stafford
Dak
can win a
had
damn
if
Super Bowl,
Dak had Stafford's arm and arm talent, it'd be over.
everybody
Period.
talks about when Dak led the league in picks. Stafford literally led the league in picks the year they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And didn't he throw like 23
Yes,
interceptions one
and he
year?
tried to throw the NFC Championship game away, and they got him the ball back.
Yeah, Clowney definitely is a bust. But I think that injury kind of messed him up though. But
You know, it's this hell. They still ranking Josh Allen up. You know, every
yeah.
time Dak's
But
playoff games get brought up, it's who you played against. Josh Allen turned the ball over 5 times versus a Skylar Thompson led Miami Dolphins.
we know what but you know, like I know, Mike, we know Josh Allen's problem in college was accuracy. That's his problem. He was a turnover machine in college. It wasn't going to
Yeah,
change when he came to the NFL. But
no, it
you
was
you have to agree. You have to agree though, Mike. That motherfucker is talented.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. And the issue with that is his personal life. That
Uh,
year, everybody was and I'm not going to make a joke here. I'm going to run down what happened.
okay.
This is honest, honest, honest. Scott's honor, bro. I ain't gonna.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everybody, all the media, all of them, Orlovsky, Ocho, all these charlatans were clowning Buffalo for taking Josh Allen, the 50% completion guy in college who's played 10
Mm-hmm.
games, this, that, and
Mm-hmm.
the other, so on and so forth. He was a howitzer mounted to a broken gyroscope. That ball could go 80 yards down the field, but it may kill the person in the 13th row. You don't know. After his first year, he got with Jordan Palmer. He spent that and he rented Jordan Palmer out for that entire summer. Spent the entire summer with Jordan Palmer. And look what he did the next year. He came up those next 2 summers. Then he got his movie star girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Started did the golf thing. Started becoming the you know photo op guy and riding around in the fancy cars and doing the meet and greets and doing the red carpets and doing this shit when you
Mm-hmm.
should be out there working. And it caused tension in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And then they
Well,
bring in volatile Diggs,
Diggs, and you know he ain't on that.
and Diggs is a whole nother conversation because I watched that man quit in the playoffs. But um, that's where the situation has gotten to with him. Now I don't know if he's back with Jordan Palmer this summer. I flat out hadn't cared to keep up. Haven't even asked. Hell, I've talked to Jordan 6 times. I should have asked him. But that's how that happened. And that ties back into this obsessive grind that you have to have in the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
especially at quarterback. Tom Brady worked with Tom House his entire every offseason, his entire NFL career. He would spend 3 to 4 weeks with Tom House every single offseason, every single one. No matter Tampa Bay, New England, didn't matter. Working, working, drive. Because if you're not getting better, your competition is. If you're not trying to improve, you're drowning. And that's why I'll tie this back into that because I always can. That's why I've always had dude's back because he's trying everything he can. He's not on vacation the entire offseason. Dude built a football field in his backyard. He spends he's literally invested that rehab company that he used for his leg, literally invested in them for uh, recovery training and all this stuff. Like when you have somebody like that who is putting everything they can into their game, cool. Or you can go get you a prospect like Josh Rosen. That's 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 that middle ground that you're looking at. if you say, hey, you know what, man, it's just not, it's really not even you. It's me. You know, yeah, you know, this ain't working out. I think we should see other people. Now you back in them streets where all they do is eat hot chip, twerk, and lie. That's
Hmm.
what you're looking at there. So 4 gets done, 88 gets done, 11 has to go to make it happen. Has to.
Ooh wee. That's something I'm gonna think on. Cause you could get a haul.
Yeah, we're talking modern day Herschel Walker Hall.
Yeah, you could get a haul. You could rebuild your whole damn defense.
He didn't even cook them crawfish. Matt Pittman cooked those for meat charts. Check, fucking up your game, son. Uh, uh,
Hey, go tell everybody to watch this damn show. Cause see, I mean, you bring up some stuff, boy. Yeah. Ooh wee.
See, and
Ooh wee.
that's what I can't do on Twitter. I can't. There's no room
Oh
for
no,
nuance.
they'll
So
tear your ass up. They'll light
everything gets
your ass
taken out
up.
of context. Why do you hate
They'll light
Micah?
your ass up.
I
Yeah.
don't hate Micah. I love
It's not.
Micah.
It's not about Mike. Hate Micah. It's about what's best
That's
for the
why I say
team.
that's why I say
Oh
number.
yeah, interest says 2 1s. We definitely get 2 1s. You
Look what they got
definitely
for
get.
Ramsey.
You definitely
Look what they
getting
got for
two first from Micah, and he's only what? He'll only be 25.
dude. We're
What?
talking
You get three first.
we're talking the biggest, probably the biggest non quarterback trade in the history of the NFL.
You could probably get three first and
Look what they
a
got for Tyree.
third.
Look what they got for Tyreek Hill. And
Yeah,
that back to that point, look what Kansas City did with those picks. Those two of those players that they got,
and they're back in the Super Bowl. Did they fall off?
one of the players they got in that trade made the game clinching play in the fucking Super Bowl, dude.
Appreciate you, Connor. Connor says y'all need a legit podcast, man. Fantastic stuff every time. He's not lying.
Thank you. No,
We
thank you.
appreciate
It's
you,
just
Connor.
yeah, thank y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate.
Sincerely,
No, for real, humbly. That's good.
thank everybody for coming in, man. We
I mean, but I can't. I'm not bragging, but we are kind of beasts with it. We we
yeah.
are pretty good combo, dog. Like
I'm kind
straight
of
up.
good at. I'm kind of ebony,
What?
ivory.
Ivory, riveted verb. No, we gotta do it like Saturday Night Live. I am black, and you are white.
Hey, man, I almost got jumped the other day because coming out the corner store, and they was like, "What you on, homie?" I was like, "Hey, cool, cool, cool. I'll do a podcast with a black dude." And they were like, "All right."
Ah!
I got a black friend online. Y'all leave me alone.
And that's what I said. And you know, I'll be like, I got my dog here, Billy. And they be like, a Billy? Yeah, I got a Billy on my podcast. He's a Billy. That's my dog.
Yeah, come up here and steal your damn car.
See, they do that Saturday Night Live. But yeah, funny.
Oh
But
man,
you know what? I mean, I feel what you're saying about with the Micah thing because it's not that you don't love the player,
love the
but
player.
like you said, if you're looking at the whole big scheme of things, and like you said, of who they want to pay, if you had those three, you're always going to pay your quarterback if he's a franchise type guy. You're paying him. You have to because he's the one that's going to always give you a
That's
chance to win the game,
that's
no matter
dad.
what, no
Hey,
matter who's
don't.
in the backfield, no matter
Yeah,
who's a receiver. I mean, he's going to always give you some kind of chance. Now, we talked about with Lamb going down would be devastating because now it's just going to be a harder way to go because your run game is bad, in my opinion. That needs an upgrade. You get what I'm saying? But they give you a chance. And just like you said, now I feel like this defense is regular if Micah does go down, right? I do feel like it's regular. But like you said, You
survivable.
got enough players on the team. I'm being real, not hating. You
Because you're
have
getting
enough
Diggs
players
back
on
too.
this team, and you got a young crop coming in on defensively. And Diggs, if he comes back anywhere that he was, you get what I'm saying? That dude, that fifth round draft pick, I like his feet. He look good. He looks kind of good. He might be a sleeper for real. I was sleeping on him. He might be a sleeper. And your secondary is not going to be terrible. You built up your linebackers. The only thing you're suffering right now is that front and the defensive tackle position. You're suffering right there. But your edges ain't bad. You get what I'm saying? But you're suffering in that middle, right? We know that. But it's not terrible. You don't have a terrible defense. You get what I'm saying? And if you were to sign your quarterback and sign your receiver, and then you said, okay, you know what? We're gonna do something that y'all ain't even think was gonna happen and get freaky with it. And you got 3 ones, a third, like you would get a haul, like no, maybe you get a couple players, like you could rebuild the team, especially because you draft well. Now, here's the thing. You got your offensive line, right? You got a now you got a young offensive line again with your 2 picks in BB and Guyton, right? Only thing is you suck at drafting defensive tackles. You suck, right?
That's why you go
But
buy one. You go buy one.
so you go buy one.
You go buy one.
You go get a dog,
You go get
like
Dexter
somebody
Lawrence.
from Tennessee. What's his name?
Oh,
Jeffrey
Simmons.
Simmons. You get somebody like him. No, you get that motherfucker from Washington because his contract's about up.
I was thinking you'll get Dexter Lawrence.
He nice too, but that motherfucker from Washington, nice dog.
Hey, I don't disagree. I'm just talking
What's his
about
name?
if you want to talk about trading picks and you're sitting on these picks,
We need to post this. I'm gonna post it on Twitter. I don't care who yell at me.
you sitting
I'm
on
gonna
these
lose all kind
picks
of followers.
in September. Say they do
Uh-huh.
it. Say they do it the week of the trade deadline, right? Say they do it 4 days for the trade deadline.
Uh-huh.
Dexter Lawrence already been paid. There ain't no contract to work out there. There ain't nothing. You give a pick. Here comes the player.
Yeah, Allen, Trey,
Yeah,
Allen.
yeah. That
And
that's
he cares. And he's still young and he's a dog.
that is
No,
that
it's
is
pain. It's pain. No, is it pain?
they have both of them. They're both fucking
It's
good.
one of them that is a animal. I
Dude,
think it might be
the
Allen because
the only
he's
the only
angry.
thing the only thing they've drafted is defensive tackle since like
I don't want
2016.
no Michael Thomas though, fam. I don't want Michael Thomas. We need speed. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Don't. Mm-mm.
No, we
You
ain't
get
doing
that. You
that.
going. You going
We
good.
ain't, we ain't we don't do that. We ain't doing that here.
Um. That's
See?
something that trading 11 would give you the flexibility to do.
Yes, because you
That's
trade him,
that's
you go get an animal defensive
uh,
tackle. An
pop
animal,
his ass,
a young animal.
pop his ass right down there in the middle and say, "I just want you to go forward. I don't
And
care
then you
what you
just
do,
draft.
go forward."
I mean, Mike, it makes sense, bro. A lot of people are gonna hate on this, but it makes sense. And it's not hating. I
No,
wasn't hating on Herschel Walker.
if
I loved Herschel Walker. But when they said they were trading him and they brought all that back, I said, bye.
if I didn't think the player was good, I wouldn't tell you could get 3 first-round picks for his ass.
Oh hell, they get more than Khalil
That's
Mack.
oh yeah,
Khalil
absolutely.
Mack was Khalil Mack was 30 something when they did it.
He was 29, 30 something around there, I
He
believe.
was
Yeah.
right. I think he was hitting 30. You feel me? But at
Uh,
25, no, you're getting a
uh,
haul.
yeah.
What's this say right here? Popeye
Thomas.
Peach. What's up?
Um,
Any truth that Michael Thomas is saying possibly 25?
uh,
Nah. But that's
safety's
who
the
you need to
deepest.
get.
Safety's the deepest position on the team.
That's who you need to get though. The Jeffrey
What are you gonna
Simmons
do with?
type.
What are you gonna do with him? No,
Who,
he's
Jeffrey
talking.
Simmons?
No. He's talking about Justin Simmons, bro. Justin
Oh
Simmons, the
no,
safety.
no, we don't need him.
Yeah,
We don't need
yeah.
him. Our guys,
It's a.
we got enough good guys. Listen, if we get that dog defensive tackle, and then you could get if Sam Williams, because he can be a dog. It's up to
If he's not,
him.
he's just an idiot.
But he has the talent. We know that, Mike, right?
Yeah, but some people can't get right, and I worry that's
I
one of them.
know,
Can't.
I know. I feel like that too. But I'm just saying though, right,
It's
dog?
like it's like Everybody got me for calling Turpin blind, and then we watch him in the playoffs run direct. He was home free and ran into the only
What? Man,
player
you gonna
in
tell me
his
we don't
lane.
need a Jeffrey Simmons? Oh, I can't even feel you on that, big dog. I can't
That's
feel you
it.
on that, Trey. If you put him next to Osa, what?
He's talking about the safety, bro.
Oh,
Keep
okay,
up.
okay, yeah, okay. My
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
Trey. My bad, Trey. You right. You talking about Justin? Yeah, we don't need him, but we need Jeffrey.
Justin said, yeah, yes.
We
Justin
need
Simmons
Jeffrey.
is using the Cowboys to keep his name out there like
Yeah, that's all
everybody
he's
does.
doing. He's just using the Cowboys like they all do.
That
We
dude was
don't want
even wearing
him.
he was even wearing the damn
The
Danucci
damn
cap the other day.
upside down, and he was wearing the upside. We don't want him. We want
We have
Jeffrey. We want a
yes.
Payne. We want Allen. One of them two. I can't remember. I think it's Jonathan Allen. Yeah, you
Yes
right,
it is.
Trey. You right, Trey. But we need a dog defensive tackle.
Dude, I'll give you a
I'm
first
I'm
round
with
pick.
you,
I'll give you a
bro.
first
I'm
round
with
pick
you.
for Dexter Lawrence right now. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't care if
because
it's I
Dexter
don't care
Lawrence is an animal.
I don't care if it's 105. I don't care if Dak snaps his leg in half and CeeDee Lamb gets hurt on the same play and you've already traded the pick. It's still worth it.
See,
That is what
here's the thing, though, Mike. This is how I would get excited about Dallas. Okay, you see how me and you are excited right now. You see how me
trying
and you, what
the
you get what
idea
I'm
of
saying?
trying. Yeah,
Trying. You see how me and you are excited right now? If they tried to actually get out there and do what me and you are talking about, if they
make some shit
actually
shake.
had the nuts to go out there and do something, shake the world, shake the NFL world, like, because you know what that would say? Oh, okay. A lot of people would
Okay.
hate, but if they would see that haul, they'd be like, okay. And then they flipped them and traded and got a dog defensive tackle. Now they would be like, okay, you know what? You
I
know
see the
what?
vision. I see the
You,
vision.
you know what? Okay, you know what? We ain't talking about Dallas because we like this aggressive. Everybody would praise them.
Yep.
Everybody would praise them. They
New
would.
era in Dallas. Is there a
New
new
era in
era in
Dallas,
Dallas?
like they got nuts. Because guess what? We saw them Dallas Mavericks.
Yep.
No, I don't want
Look
no
what they went
Maurice
and did.
Hudson. Nope. You see what the
Uh,
Mavericks did? They said, F all that.
we need
We're
help.
not playing around. Lucas
Nico
said we need
Johnson did
players.
more. Nico did more in 2 years than Mark Cuban did in 20.
You feel me? And he wasn't playing. And then right after they lost in the finals, he said, I ain't done. I'm gonna go get Clay.
Give me that shooter.
See where we were struggling in the finals? I identified that
Dude,
weakness and we're going
that
after it.
killed me. You know I'm a basketball casual, but we even talked about this on the podcast before the finals. That it bothered me the hesitation. You saw it. Dudes would get open looks, and they would.
Yep.
And here come their guy. Now they got to pass out.
Yep.
You give Clay an open look. I don't
Splash
care if it.
Brothers.
I don't
I don't
care
care
if
if
it
he's
goes.
34 because he stands still.
No, I don't care if it goes in. Shoot it.
It's a threat though.
Shoot it.
It's a threat. It's a threat because just like you said, when you got guys that can go to the hole and you must guard them and they kick it out, and you got Derrick Jones, it's a different when Derrick Jones is shooting the three and Klay Thompson is shooting the three. It's different when PJ Washington is shooting the three and Klay Thompson is shooting the three. You're
Now
gonna go
PJ
out there and
Washington
guard it.
catching a lob instead of shooting
Right.
threes.
And going to the hole. You feel what I'm saying? But the whole point is they stayed aggressive this whole time. And even when you went to the finals, which is the Super Bowl of the NBA, and you lost, you still didn't sit on your hands. You went and identified what your weakness was. You saw your weakness and you went and attacked it immediately. And you got other role players that are young that are going to be able to feel that. Nah, don't y'all killing me with that Clay is washed. You don't watch
But
no hoopers.
he
You're not a
still
hooper,
shot. He still shot 37%
bro.
from three last year.
And still shot over like 44%. Still averaged 17 points a game. Ain't nobody expecting no Clay Thompson to be no
No,
damn. Nobody's
you know what?
expecting him. He's a spot up shooter right now. That's the
I,
only thing you want.
you know what? Bill Clay, whatever stadium, whatever arena you go to,
Yeah, a
get
shooter
you
can
real.
be 40 years old. Did
No,
y'all see Dale Ellis? Did y'all see all of these guys who are shooters play for 100 years?
who's
What?
who's old who's old boy that fucking with the crooked refs that beat the Mavs in '06 with the Heat, bald head ass boy shutting corner threes on us all the damn time. Uh,
For the
uh,
Heat or for us?
for the Heat, beat us in '06. That damn bald head ass 3-point shooter they had.
Oh my God, I know who the hell you talking about. It
God
wasn't
damn
no
it!
Mike Miller. It wasn't no Mike Miller.
Oh
It was no Mike Miller.
no,
What the hell was his name? Somebody remembered in the chat. Somebody remember it. I know who the hell you
that's
talking
gonna
about
bug the
though.
hell out of me.
Hmm.
He's got a common ass name too, man. He'd been in the league for years. He was like
He
32 years
played
old
for. Yeah,
and
he
was just
played forever.
damn it. Wait, wait,
Help us in the chat, y'all.
wait,
Oh six
not
Heat.
wait, Wayne. Ray Allen. There it is. It just popped. It was fucking Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
it was Ray Allen.
I thought you was talking about a white dude.
No, no, white dudes can't shoot
Oh,
threes.
oh, white dudes can too shoot threes. What the hell are you talking about?
I just wanted to be provocative.
It's like, yeah, Ray Allen. Now, I thought you were talking about a white boy. And Ray Allen, I knew that.
Yeah, bald head ass boy. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, okay, all right.
thank
So,
y'all. Thank y'all. That was
nah, it wasn't
it.
Jay Williams.
So what I see with Clay, whatever stadium arena you go to, you have a Clay Thompson podium. When you wheel it out there to the court, and whatever side of the court you're shooting on, you just put that podium right there, and Clay sits on and just stands on it and waits for the ball to be passed, and then he shoots it or he passes it. I don't care if he ever crosses half court. You stay your ass right there and you score points.
Hmm.
2010s, I'm so fucking old, dude.
I know. I told you. You said you were casual. I told you. Mike be
Yeah.
trying to tell me about basketball on Twitter,
I'm
and I'll
not
be
trying
like,
to tell
Mike,
anybody about anything.
I'll be like, Mike, football, you got me a little bit on football. I'll give it to you. You got me a little bit on football, but basketball's my arena, big dog.
Hey, 1999 was 10 years ago. I don't give a shit, and I will
You
fight
know,
anybody that tells me.
basketball's my realm, big dog, Mike. Basketball's my realm. I'll be listening to you on Twitter, and I'm like, that's my realm. You got me in football. I'll be quiet and listen to you because I'm like, Mike got me on this. But basketball, you gonna have to take a back seat to me on that,
I,
dog.
hey, whenever I tweet about it, I say I've been
I
a
was
bit of
a
casual.
hoper.
I
I
don't
was a
know.
hope. Because you said you was a baller in football. I was nice, but you said you was a baller in football, and I believe you. I was a hoper for real.
I was a hooker for real. Hey, fucking rent due, son.
Hey man, hey, real
Rent due.
talk though. Real talk. We're gonna have to. I don't want to just throw this energy in the air because a whole lot of haters gonna be coming. But you know what? Makes sense to me. I told you. If anybody listened to me, I made a video said is the window closing. I said it was closing,
That's how you
but
open it.
that's how you open the window, in my opinion. If the window is
You don't
closing,
even
in my
window.
opinion,
You don't even open it. You take a sawzall. You cut the motherfucker out and kick it out the
that
house.
the window is closing, you will open the window back if you do that.
You have to do something. And paying 300, paying 100 for 3 players is not good business. It's not. It's just not. I don't care if it's Mahomes and Kelsey and Bosa. I don't care. It's not good business. And you have to do what you have to do in team building. Like Kansas City wasn't scared to move on from Tyree.
Hmm.
Philadelphia is not scared to move on from Reddick. Or you know what? It's just you have to. These are the moves you have, decisions you have to make when you have a really,
But
really
they
good
not.
player.
But here's the thing: we get all excited, but they're scary right now. So I just
Oh,
don't believe they're
absolutely.
gonna.
No, no.
We're having
What's
great fun talk. This is just great fun talk to get us excited, but this shit ain't gonna happen.
what's 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 frust, what what's
This shit ain't gonna
frustrating
happen, dog. Wow.
is you have Stephen Jones, Catboy. has arguably the safest job in the world. He can get fired.
Nope.
The
You
only
can do
way he's
whatever you
getting
want.
fired or ran out is if they catch him on that Epstein list or something, right? And even then, he'll probably worm his way out of it. And you're running this team like
Why are you running it scared? You
you're
have
scared,
everything at
dude.
your fingertips to
Yeah,
do whatever you want.
I would be so fucking reckless
Yeah.
with the amount of
If my dad said, "Go ahead, do what you want,"
with the amount of
what?
latitude, dude,
What?
dude. You may hate me, y'all may hate me, but I'm gonna do whatever I have to do that year to win, and then we're gonna have a couple bad years. That is what it is. We're gonna have
But here's the
Carson Wentz.
thing, though, Mike. See how you're talking, right? If that man was talking like that in the media, like Nico was, because he was like, "Okay, you saw us lose. That's not gonna happen no more. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this." If Stephen Jones would come in the media and say, "Hey, we might lose a little bit in the beginning, but we're going to stay aggressive year in and year out. We're trying to win a championship, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win a championship." Just like when Jerry first came in when he was young, he said, "I don't give a hell. We're going to win the championships." Everybody jumped behind him. Everybody
Yeah,
was butthurt in the beginning when he fired Tom Landry. I wasn't. When he fired Tom Landry and everybody was like, it was time. But people, oh, that's wrong. But when he
well,
came in aggressive and they came with that vision, bam.
and that's the thing. Would you rather?
Appreciate
I've
you, Jaws 88.
I'm old enough to remember vaguely the glory days, right?
I
When
remember him great.
it was assumed the Cowboys were going to be, if not the NFC Championship game, they were going to make a good push at being the
Mm-hmm.
division game. You know, it was
Mm-hmm.
just kind of guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they got there is because they exhausted every single option.
Yep.
Now, the Rams had a down year.
But they jumped
Would
right
you
back in it within a year.
would
With the and they
everybody
and
said
they got and they got young again.
everybody said rent due. Everybody said rent due. Everybody said rent due, rent due, rent due, rent due on the
They just
Rams.
they just they just cut their losses, moved on.
Uh,
What did they do with Jalen Ramsey? They said bye.
that's your Parsons. That's your Parsons.
Didn't they do that? They said Jalen
Yes,
Ramsey bye.
that's your Parsons right there. That's how
Bye.
you shake. That's how you shake back up.
They said we'll cut the bait, we'll draft good, and we'll start right back over. We'll be back with this and within a couple of years. And it only took a year.
So Connor, the Tex Schramm thing. Here's a little history for the youngins. Landry, I'm sorry, Landry. Tex Schramm. He bought the team from Tex. Tex was too much of a coward to fire Landry. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want that to be his ending note. It was literally in the contract of Jerry buying the Cowboys that Landry would be moved on. That's how that happened. And there's a lot of people to this day. My pop still to this day, he won't believe me. He won't believe me. No, he fucking did land. You know, he did Landry wrong. Fuck Jerry. You know, he did Landry wrong. Fuck Jerry. That's not what happened at all. That's not what happened at all. So,
I'm not mad
there's,
at how it happened anyway because I mean
hey man, who does like?
I wasn't
I'm
mad at it.
sorry, is getting fired supposed to be a pleasurable experience?
I wasn't. When Tom Landry, I wasn't like jumping up and down, but I was like, it's about time. We was getting our ass kicked all through them damn years, and that man, it's
Yeah, he had
business.
lost.
This is
He had lost. He Sean Payton himself.
Here's the thing though.
At one point,
That's
he
in
was way
life.
ahead of the game.
Isn't it dirty
Yes.
how we're in life and we're at our job and we work fucking 28 years and that motherfucking you walk upstairs and he said it's over.
Mhm.
It's over. Thank you. We appreciate you. Bye. I'm not saying it's right, but it's not like it don't happen nowhere else.
My father-in-law worked for a
What's up,
real,
Lord?
really well-known construction company, and really well-known, multi-billion-dollar company. Does work all over America. He got laid off 3 months before his 20 year, where he would be partnered into the company and receive a lifetime pension. So they laid him off and gave him a buyout. There was about 16th of that, and on you go. Was he fucking up? Nope. Is that the way the world works? Yeah.
Yep.
Is it right?
Nope.
Hell no. I'll burn that place down if I get the chance.
But it
But
happens every day.
it happens, dude.
Happens every
Happens.
day. No, it sucks. Nobody
So
likes it, but this world ain't
yeah,
shit.
Tom Landry at that point had became Sean Payton. He'd
Yeah.
got behind the game,
That
and
offense, that flex offense, I remember it was
it was
outdated. It was
it
behind.
was
Everybody
it was
was. It
time.
wasn't.
You might as
It
well
was
be running the wishbone right now. You know, it's
for
like
real. It
it's
was time to go. Everybody saw it and everybody knew it. We needed that young infusion. We needed that energy. We needed all that. And guess what
and
happened? And and,
Tex was too
and
much of a
that's
coward
yeah.
to
And here's the thing. Just like you just said, Tex is too much of a coward to do anything, and he was going to stay in them ways, and Dallas was still going to be suffering. Now we're in a situation where Stephen Jones is stuck in his scary ass ways, and Dallas is stuck because you got talent on this damn team. You can win, but you have a ownership that's scary now. It's not
he's
jumping out there
broke.
being aggressive. It's scary. And you make great points, especially Mike, when you say you got a guy here that has the reins to do whatever the hell he wants to. There's
Whatever he wants.
nobody's saying you're gonna get fired today because you made that move. Nobody's
No,
saying you made those two picks. I'm not you're fired.
they
That
could
is
go
not
0 and
fucking
17 the next
happening.
half. They could
You
go
can
0 and
go and
17.
and it's going to be okay. Nobody is firing you. So if you have that power, why not swing that shit? If you have that power, why not exude that power?
You
Because
have the
I
cheat
always say
code that
I
that
always say
GMs.
this, Mike.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to cut you off. I
no,
apologize.
you're good, bub.
But I always say this, like when I'm at work, I be talking to these people, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty good at my job, dog. I really know how to talk to the people and get them right. But I always told the people I work with, I'm like, if I was a supervisor, it'd be different because see, I talk to these people in a certain way. But if you gave me the position of power, if you gave me the position of power, that's going to change. I'm going to be more aggressive. I'm going to be uber aggressive, not in a bad way, but I'm going to be uber aggressive because now I got the power to do what I want. I got the power to do what I need to do. And if I got that power, I'm going to make it the way I want it. And I'm going to be hella aggressive because ain't nobody saying shit. So I don't know why you wouldn't do it when you're the Dallas damn Cowboys. You're not the Jackson. You're not these other
You're
okay,
playing
nobody covers teams.
you're playing Madden in real life.
Shit.
That's what you're doing. You're playing Madden in real life. If a move doesn't work, it doesn't work. You have a down year. You go 3 and 5. You go 3 and 14. You shake back up. Here we go. If it doesn't work again, nobody cares. You're not getting fired.
You're
The
not getting
tickets are still
fired, bruh.
sell. You're not getting like you can't. You're not an elevator salesman or a roof salesman that comes in $10,000 under his quota for the quarter and gets fired. That's not how this happens. You're the like I said. You're arguably have the safest job in the world,
Yeah.
and you're running it like it affects your bottom line.
You're running it like you're scared. Like you're running it
Well,
like a GM's like he just got his first year. I don't want to make mistakes. You're that guy. You're a simp.
half sending. It's half sending. And it ties back into all the, well, we're going to do this, but we're also going to do that. And we're going to do this. You never full send. You know, it's like somebody on a, I say it, I made this reference. It's like jumping off the rocks at the lake, right? You're jumping off
Mm-hmm.
the rocks at the lake. You got to jump out quick, right? You got to get up
Mm-hmm.
there. You got to go because you got to clear the bottom. You got to get out
Mm-hmm.
there safe to the deep water. You get up there and you look over the edge and you back up. You get it run up again. You look over the edge. You go, oh man, that's high up there. And then you finally get up there and you just kind of
Just jump off.
and
Ah!
you bounce off the fucking rocks and roll into the water and die.
Exactly. Because you was scary.
Scary. Send it.
And that's
Send
why
it.
you died. If you would have just ran out there, full force, full speed, jumped out there, you would have had a
You'd have been
great
stuck.
time, belly flop, everybody, you would have hit the ground. And then guess what? After you hit the water, you've been like, I'm doing it again.
I'm doing it again.
Right?
That big titty girl says, "Hey, jump again." I like that. You're
I
like, "Hell
like
yeah,
that.
you do."
Yeah,
I'm
you
about to
daring.
jump again. I'm gonna jump
And now
again right
you might
now.
try to do a flip
Yeah. Then you
because
might
you
end
done
up on the
already did
rocks.
it.
Hey, then you might end up on the rocks, but that's okay because you
But
still
that's
sent it.
okay. But you wasn't
You still
scared.
you wasn't scared.
You wasn't
Why we
scared.
play? Why we scared?
Why you scared?
Why you so scared?
Why you scared?
That's pop out.
That's what
You know,
pop
pop out,
out.
bro.
Scary.
Pop out.
You're scary. You're talking about you in the streets, but you
Yeah,
ain't really in them
slide,
streets. You ain't in them
slide.
streets. You ain't in them streets. I was talking
No,
about you in them streets. But when everybody coming out in them streets, they asking where Dallas at?
where
They ain't the
Dallas
crib.
at? Pop out,
They ain't,
Dallas.
they ain't the crib.
They in the
They ain't
crib.
shooting. They ain't shooters. They talk shooters. Hey, they talk on Twitter that they popping guns on Twitter. They shooting into on Twitter. But when them
Got
other
Twitter
guys
fingers.
come outside, when them other guys, them Niners and this shit, and them whole ass, they coming out like what's good. They coming out like what's good.
Hey,
Dallas inside. They
you
not
in
gonna.
there?
Nah, they ain't answering the door. They tell them I ain't here. Tell them
In
I
the
ain't here.
ring, in the ring camera, like, hey, I know you in there, pussy.
I know you in there. Come on out there. You was doing all that shit talking on that Twitter. I heard you was talking all that trash. Bring your ass out. They ain't
We,
coming out. They ain't outside.
I'm out here. I'm out here with the ghetto blaster. I got the ghetto blaster on my shoulder. Me and Devo's out here talking shit.
They is not. They is
Pop out,
not
son.
outside. They is not outside. And like I said, that's the biggest thing that me and Mike have talked about since we've been doing this show, this podcast, is they scary. That's
Scared.
he calls them cat boy, and it rings through the world. They don't say baby nuts because people scared to talk about Steven like that. I call him baby nuts Jones, but that's the same thing. You got small nuts. Let them grow. Let them drop. You scary. Cat boy. You don't want to do anything. We've been saying them damn names forever, and that's the main reason why we are frustrated with this organization. Really, I ain't really frustrated so much with the players. I get it because they dropped the ball. But at the end of the day, your front office doesn't equip your team with the best to win every single year.
You're not
They
trying.
don't do it. They're not
It's half.
trying. They say
It's
they
half.
are. They're
Half.
half-ass doing it.
Half measures, man.
Half
Either
measures.
either completely pull the parachute and say we're going. You don't have to say it. Your actions speak it. We're going 2-15 this year. You know, we're you know, it's you don't you see it.
You see it.
You
You
see it.
scary.
You don't have to talk about tanking. Either stay on the porch or pop out blast. That's it.
And then and that's it. And like I said, if you come out there on the screen aggressive saying,
Pop it out the porch with a BB gun. Talking about what's
and here's
really hood.
yeah, and here's the thing. If you come out there in the media and be like I said, look, we might take some losses, but we're gonna stay aggressive year
Yeah.
in, year out. We don't care. If that man came out there and said that to Dallas Cowboys Nation, we would all be like, we with you.
Yeah, just hey, listen.
We always say that.
We made some aggressive trades last year. It
We're
didn't work
cool.
out. It didn't work
Right.
out.
You're
We're
trying.
gonna regroup this year. We're gonna regroup this year. Get our our roster back in order, and we'll get to the draft next year, and then we'll make another run at it. And you could say that in September, and the fans would be like, "Cool." At
Cool.
least me. Like, hey,
I'm gonna
you
be cool with
tried,
it
dude. You
because I wasn't
tried.
never mad when Jerry was doing all that shit. Even when he was doing
No,
dumb shit, I was never mad because he always was trying.
you tried. You may be shooting the wrong person, but you're shooting.
At least you trying to. What up, dog?
So that's that's where I'm like, it's weird. They've got the fans conditioned into
Yes,
This Stockholm syndrome
we
of,
do.
hey, we always have a chance. We always have a chance. What about giving yourself the best chance? What about doing
Right,
everything you possibly could to give
right,
yourself the best chance?
right.
Like when Juan Thornhill was up for grabs, when we didn't have a safety, you know, like
Hmm.
just stuff like that. It wouldn't even cost you a draft pick. It costs you money. It ain't gonna cost you a draft pick.
My thing is, if it costs you a draft pick, who gives a
It
flying
does.
fuck? If you can recoup the
No.
draft pick, how many times have we seen this motherfucker on Harry Rosen or whatever the hell his name flipping picks?
Yeah.
Send first, second, thirds, and then next year he getting back two first, two
Dude,
seconds because he
that
flipping
punt,
them.
it still pisses me off that punt motherfucker got Wentz to stay. The worst thing Wentz ever did to Dallas was stay healthy when he got traded, so they got that first round pick compensation. He had to play X amount of snaps or whatever it was to get the first round pick back to filthy. And of course he did it. And he ain't been healthy since. Bum ass. Ah, that pissed me off. But at least you tried. When you don't try, and we talked about this with
It's like
like
the settling;
I
it don't work. You settling.
I, I, I've relayed this back to, I've ran construction crews. I've been in charge of, like, I've ran crews with guys who have their own companies now. When you're trying, I can support you.
Hmm.
I support you. Hey, you fucked up. Cool. We're humans. It happens. You fucked up. But if you're trying, we can build on that. We'll just move a different way
You do
when it
that with
comes.
any employee or any
Yeah, well,
job. If you have people that are trying, you can work with that. It's
you're
the
trying.
motherfuckers that are just like, eh.
You catch them sleeping in the break room and they want to clock in and go take an hour and a half shit. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. If you're trying, I'm not asking you to kill yourself. I'm not asking you to do anything crazy. I'm just asking you to try and give it your best effort. That's it. I don't think that's too much to ask. I just want you to, run this team like your job's on the line.
Right. And they don't. They just run it like it's comfortable, like they know they are. It's everything is comfortable because you don't got to do anything different. But like you said, when you have all this power to be able to do whatever you want, why aren't you doing it? Why are you still being conservative when you're not going to get fired and nobody's going to say nothing to you for being aggressive? When Jerry
Veach
was
came,
that
yeah,
guy, Jerry was that guy. It's almost like Steven's trying so hard not to be the Jerry Jones. He's so hard trying to be the
he's
polar
also
opposite of it. It's hurting everything else.
he's
I'm not
also
gonna be
broke.
like my dad. Yeah. Well, you said that too. I told you that Charles Haley. You see, I tagged you when he said, "Now, hey, they ain't got the money. You kept on kicking that money back. You kept kicking on that money back, kicking that money back, and now you got to pay, and you ain't got the money."
Ain't got the money.
Charles Haley said it, but my dog Mike White said it months prior.
Catboy does not have the money to sign one of these players outright. He's got to ask Daddy. Because y'all want to say, oh, well, that should be the team's money. Well, look who still owns the team. And he may not make decisions. And if you're telling me that you think that Stephen Jones has access to Jerry Jones' bank accounts, well, hell, I got a bridge to sell you. That ain't how this works. Jerry Jones knows where every dime of his money's going,
Mm-hmm.
and all of it's going to Arkansas. Jerry spent more money on Arkansas this year than Catboy spent in the last half decade. It's so there's that dynamic too. where it's just so convoluted. So players need to talk to Jerry, but also the coach. But what does Steven do? And do I need to go talk to his drinking buddy from college? How does this work? How does this whole organization work when it comes time to make a deal? Because sometimes these deals happen in a matter of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, Mike McCarthy gets excited. Let's just make a scenario that totally hasn't happened. Totally hasn't happened. It's never happened before. This is a fictional scenario. I promise. I swear. It's never happened, allegedly. Mike McCarthy gets a call for a trade for a cornerback. Mike McCarthy has to call Steven, who Steven then has to call Adam. Adam Pastrika, his drinking buddy from college, who's the bookkeeper. Then Adam has to call back Steven to say, we got this and this. Now Steven has to call Jerry. Jerry didn't answer because he's in international waters and his phone ain't working. Jerry calls back the next morning. That player's signed elsewhere already. That's how this works. So that's why Mike McCarthy is also okay with having a 1 year. Like they're talking about lame duck. Like, you don't think he wants up out of here? That man's got. Let's
He
let's
already
let's
hired an agent.
let's put what his resume on the record. The man has back to back to back 12-win seasons
He will get a job quickly because he's
quickly.
going to say this is a zoo over here, and I still won.
He'll be in Oakland. Mike McCarthy will be coaching the Oakland Raiders in 2025.
What? You going to think they get rid of Pierce that quick?
Pierce has got some other shit going on though,
Okay.
like off the field
Okay.
shit.
I got you.
If I say it quiet, nobody can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike McCarthy won't. I don't think he'll be here next year. That's not necessarily a him. That's not necessarily a them thing. That's a him thing, and that ties back into Ford's contract as well. Because
Well, he
Ford
don't look
doesn't.
happy here no more.
Ford ain't happy here no more. You know what they say? Never meet your heroes. That's what he's experiencing. He grew up in the single wide in bumfuck Louisiana with pictures of Emmett posters, Emmett and Troy and Daubach and them on the wall. Realizes his dream, makes it, takes Mississippi State to the first round, to the first overall in the NCAA. Gets picked by the team that he grew up idolizing. And then what happens? Every single time to do right by you, they fuck you. Every single time. And at what point you just say enough's enough? Hey, if y'all want to go play in the streets, go play. I'm done. I don't want your money. Somebody will pay me. Because the fact of the matter is, Dak could go out there in week 2 and have the same leg break he had it over again. I don't want, God forbid that happens. Obviously, he could have that same leg break in week 2, and he's still going to get 58, $60 million in open market.
He's still gonna get money.
Every penny. So that's like you need to give respect to get respect. and all he's done is give and give and give and give, and all they do is take and take and take and take. They take advantage of the leadership. They take advantage of the marching orders. They take advantage of his insane work ethic.
Yeah, it's taken for granted now.
Take, 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 take.
It's taken for granted now.
Absolutely is. And
Definitely taken for granted now.
that is the heart of
That's
my
why you
beef.
and that's why you said that two things need to happen. Two major things need to happen that I agree with in this whole talk that you talked about. Number one, Dak just needs not to show up at camp. He needs to force their hand, get them scared, get them sweating bullets. He need to force their hands like Ezekiel Elliott and sit his ass out. CeeDee Lamb don't come, Dak Prescott don't come. Now we'll get some things working. Now we'll know how serious it really is when you don't have your star receiver and your star quarterback. Neither one of you show up.
Watch how
That's when
shit
it's serious.
shakes. And
Watch how
post,
quick that deal gets together.
hey, dude, I want you online. I want you to be posting vacation pics and selfies with
Yeah,
each other,
yeah,
with
yeah.
with the
Yep,
girls
yep, yep,
down in Cabo, living
yep.
your best life.
And have them figure it out. Figure it out then. Y'all got all the answers figured out. Y'all traded this pick, go figure it out now.
Hey, y'all
See
don't
what
like
Trey
me.
Lance is throwing to.
Y'all still don't believe in me after all I've done for you. You
Yep,
don't
still
believe
don't
in me.
believe me. Still waiting. Okay, then go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because
Go
James
ahead.
Jones said it on FS1, but he didn't say sit out, but he said the same thing. You know what? Y'all still don't believe me. You still taking forever. He
Find
said y'all
another
haven't
option.
paid me my you haven't paid me my money. Okay, that tells me you still don't believe in me. Because if you believe me, you already paid,
Yeah,
and that's the truth. That's what it
and
is, Mike. And
and
they don't
and
want to say that.
it's the fourth time. It's the fourth time in his career, and he's not old, dude. He's 30.
He's 30
It's not.
years old. That's like prime of your career in quarterback years.
And
You hitting
people are
your
like,
prime.
well, think about the money you could do with the say. What you could do. Like,
They paying all these damn quarterbacks, and we saw how quick when they paid him all that damn money in 2020, how quick he dropped to be in like one of the top paid to like 10 in like damn near a year and a half.
paying. Who would you rather pay right now? Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, or Justin Herbert?
You know, people gonna say Burrow because that's Super Bowl. You know they're gonna
What,
do it.
what about his tendons?
Oh, I know he injury prone like a mud sucker.
Okay, Trevor Lawrence,
Hell no. Mm-mm. I never.
Tua,
Nope.
all these guys that they've said
Neither one of them is my
every
top 10 quarterbacks.
every single year that Dak's been in the league, it's been tank for Tua, tank for Trevor, tank for Herbert, tank for this guy, tank for this guy. What have they done in the league? Meanwhile, this quarterback is taking you to back to back to back to back 12-win seasons. It
I
sucks. You
mean,
get to the playoffs and you lose, and
you
you
make
lose in
it.
a bad way. It
You making
happens.
some great points. You're making some great points. I mean, because
It
it's not easy to win in this NFL, dog.
No, it's not. There's one
It's not
team.
easy. It's
There's
not
one
easy to
team
win
that
in this.
wins.
It's not. So I feel you. Like I said, I had to sit back and think all the times we talk, and and like I said, the only reason why I would want Dak gone because of this dysfunction. Because I'm just like,
The
you don't
idea
deserve this
of
no more.
Burrow is better than Dak. The reality of Burrow is not. Sorry. Hurt guys stay hurt. If that man, I tell you what, Texas, DM me on Twitter. If Joe Burrow plays 17 games this year, I'll PayPal you $100.
Ooh wee, y'all heard it. You know he gonna take that.
Do it. Put your money where your mouth is. If I'm right, you
I
owe me
want that
two.
100.
You owe me two.
Ooh.
Put your money where
Take
your mouth is, sir.
Yeah, take that text. Let's see what's going on. Text, you gonna take that? If he
Three hundred
don't play
dollars.
seven, if he don't
Three
pay
hundred
set,
dollars. Yeah. And I'm not saying like they
hey,
say
you know what though, Mike? You know
they
what,
clutch the
Mike?
play. Hey, if they clutch the playoffs or whatever, I'll send you your money.
Guess
Were
what
they
though, Mike?
sitting?
Wait till you see my top 10 quarterback list. You'll be proud of me.
What you got?
You would be. I ain't telling you it's tomorrow.
Ah,
You gotta watch it. I'm a no. I got the clip. I'm gonna send you the because I got the list. I'm gonna send it to you. You will be proud of me. You
I
will
have
be
a
like
hard time. I have
you'll
a
be
hard.
proud of me, dog. Oh,
Just
Mike ain't
screenshot
on.
it, burn it in a
He ain't
tree.
on that bullshit, dog. I ain't even hyping my guy, but yeah, we ain't on that shit. We ain't over here lying and doing shit for the camera. You don't gotta talk about screenshotting shit. We don't do this shit for the camera, dog.
No, no. I got you. I promise. Y'all know I pay my, like, you see, if you've been around me, I pay my bets. I pay my bets, but I collect
I'm
more than I
definitely,
pay.
I'm definitely not taking Aaron Rodgers over no damn Dak Prescott. Hell no.
Dude,
Hell no.
I take mini
Hell
me over.
no. Bruh. I messed up. Yeah, no.
No,
He shouldn't
no.
even been no top 10. He mid now. He like 15.
You know,
Hell no.
quarterback rankings to me.
Dak is not worse than Burrow, bro. He's no, he's not. What are you talking about? See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, the criteria now with players is Super Bowl. That's it. Because that's the only reason why you're saying you're taking Burrow over Dak. Is
The
Super
fuck
Bowl.
has he done since then? The
That's it.
fuck has he done
And
since
I'm
then?
not jumping on Dak's team, but when the people say that, the criteria, that's why everybody from Philadelphia is living off this Jalen Hurts thing. And we know clearly Jalen Hurts from that year had regressed. And all they live off is, but he went to the Super Bowl. Motherfucker, Trent Dilfer, Stan Humphries, um, um,
Nick Foles,
Rex, Nick Foles, Rex Grossman. They all went to the Super Bowl too. Are they great
the
quarterbacks?
Peyton Manning with his arm ratchet strapped to his side, still made the Super Bowl. He threw like 85 yards and still won somehow. You know, like that shit, like it's so fickle, and I hate that. Like nobody like it's like they don't even. This season doesn't even matter for Dak. The regular season doesn't even matter, and I hate that. He has to play
Hmm.
17 meaningless games because all that happens is in the playoffs. All that matters doesn't matter. He could throw for in the regular season. He could go for 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and 3 picks. Wouldn't matter because if you go in the playoffs and you lose by a field goal, that's all they're. They still can't win. Still can't get it done, and that's bullshit. There's only one team that wins. There's only one team that wins, and you want to straddle. We want to spend all off season, all year, talking about how this front office sucks, how they won't be aggressive, how they won't make moves, how they busted on a few drafts, how they won't sign the players they need to sign. And then when the season's over, somehow all of that is the quarterback's fault. That dog don't hunt for me, man. That's just that's just not the way it works. When you're a team, you're a team. So everybody fails. I don't want to hear Micah Parsons talking about watch the tape. I did my job. Well, I watched the tape, boo. You got smoked. You got fucking smoked. And Jamie talking about Marino, yeah. Look at Marino. Marino drug his bum ass team to the playoffs. What 10 out of 18 years that he played? Maybe 11. I could be off there. But Marino never got a ring. Does anybody think Dan Marino's a bad quarterback? Eli Manning's got two, so he's obviously twice as good as Dan Marino, right? Trent Dilfer got one. Joe Flacco got one. Ben Roethlisberger got one. Cam Newton would have had one if he would have jumped on that fumble. Scary ass. Like, how is that the measure for a quarterback, especially on the Cowboys, when this team struggles to make the playoffs on a regular basis unless they have a quarterback? You can go to the Pittsburgh Steelers with a dude like Mike Tomlin making the playoffs regularly, getting his doors blown off because he doesn't have a quarterback, but somehow, some way, they made the playoffs.
Yeah, you
I,
spitting, dog.
it's hard, dude. It's like it's hard to fucking win in the league. There's the season ends in heartbreak for 31 teams, and for some reason, the Cowboys' playoff difference losses mean more than the other teams. How is that? An L's an L. An L's an L. Big Ben, Big Ben's better at Dak at what? Fucking eating donuts and raping bitches? Get the hell out of here. I ain't trying
Man,
to hear you.
Texas just don't like Dak. I see. That's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Go be. Hey, Vider,
That's fine.
Texas is hiring. Go hang out
That's
down there and start your
that's fine.
rally.
That's fine.
Um, it's just frustrating that it's Super Bowl or bust for Dak when this team hasn't made it to the NFC game, NFC Championship game in the 25 years before him. Why is that history his cross to wear? 9 times out of 10, the top quarterback doesn't even win the Super Bowl. We watched that with Manning and Brady. They'd run up against each other in the AFCC. Brady would move on, win by a field goal, play some scrub from the NFC, get a ring.
Yeah, remember Mark Rippon won a Super Bowl too. Jeff
Yeah,
Hostetler.
yeah. Rich
Jeff
Gannon.
Rich Gannon.
Gannon the Cannon. I do love me some Rich Gannon though. That man
Yeah,
had
he's
a
pretty
fucking
nice.
arm, dude.
He's pretty nice. I ain't gonna lie, I like Jeff Hostetler too. He wasn't just something about Hostetler. He was that he
Wasn't
was
it?
a
Wasn't it Hassel? What didn't Hasselbeck get one with Seattle?
no, they lost. They lost to Pittsburgh. But he went.
I, does
But he went.
anybody think? Does anybody think Hasselbeck's better than Dak Prescott?
Bro, you can name a whole bunch of quarterbacks that been in that Super Bowl. You gonna say it was that person better than that? Like I said,
It's just,
Stan Humphries from the Chargers went to the Super Bowl.
it's yeah. That's my
No,
wife calling.
okay, but here's the
Oh, you're
thing:
good.
it's not what he's run his course. It's just this team is just so dysfunctional. He's not gonna win here, in my opinion, now because of that goofiness up top. So he's got to play immaculately crazy for them to win because he's fighting against that up top.
Yeah, it's
That's why.
that I've said this several times, and I believe it, and I will believe this till the day I die. Patrick Mahomes would not have a ring here.
Oh, he wouldn't have no 3 rings here. Hell no,
He
he
may
wouldn't.
he wouldn't have one.
Yeah, I don't think he would get one here either. I don't care how good he
He
is
may have made the bowl.
because
He
they
may have
wouldn't do
made
it.
the bowl,
Yeah.
but with the coaching, with the call coming from their front house, we see how Mike McCarthy. When he showed up, he was aggressive on fourth down. We're going to aggressive on fourth down. We're not going to run on second down, and they beat that out of him right fucking quick. Next thing you know, we're never going for it on fourth down. We're running on second down. It's right back to the way it was, just like every other offensive coordinator, head coach we've seen come through here. It's the same offense. People get mad at me. So, well, you think the Jones are designing plays? I said, no, they're not designing plays.
They're
They
just
know
telling
what
you
they
what
want
to
to
do.
see. They know
Yeah,
what
it's
they
not.
want to see on the field.
And when they say it to you, that person who's a coach is not saying no.
That's your boss. That's your boss. At the end, people that that seems to get lost
Yeah, that's your boss. He tells you what to do. You
in the
don't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm not doing
in the
that. I'm
in
not
the
playing
talk
him."
of like I don't care if you enter in data for a living. If your boss tells you, "Hey, guess what? We're using typewriters now." Okay, so
Hmm.
how do I do that? Well, you type it out, then you go and scan it in. Well, why does that make sense? Doesn't matter. I told you.
Oh, if you
That's
don't like it, you can go
exactly.
because I can get somebody else in here tomorrow.
There's 500 people that would love to. It's no
I can
different
get
than their
somebody
media.
in. Yeah,
It's
I
no
can get
different than
somebody
their
in here.
media team. Like
Yep, I
the
can get
Dallas
somebody in here
Cowboys.
tomorrow.
Hey, anybody in the chat that wants to work with like Dallas Cowboys media or for the team or anything like that, please, 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 please apply elsewhere. Please. They are the lowest paying organization in the league because they know there's 500 people behind you that would take your
Begging
spot
and kiss
and be
ass for
happy
that,
with it.
and be happy
Yes.
with it. Yep,
That's
yep.
why my boy Hellman left. You know, like they don't care how good you are at your job or any like there's 500 people right behind you. Just like Jerry said when
Just
him
like
and
he
Jimmy
said, I
split it,
get 500 coaches to
with
coach this
500
team,
coaches. You're right. You're absolutely right. But is it right? Oh,
and look what it cost you. Look what it cost you,
there's some
man.
damn good people. There's some damn good people working there, man. I've got a lot of good
Damn
friends
good
there,
people. Oh, I mean,
and
yeah,
I got a
they
lot of
get the
good. I got
best. You get the best because you got that organization. It's the Cowboys. You're gonna get the best, but like you said, they treat them like the worst. They the richest, brokest organization out there.
they pay more in Tennessee than they do in Dallas
They
for
the
their media
richest,
team.
brokest organization out there. I keep saying that. Richest, brokest.
Keeping up with the Joneses, living off credit cards, which is ironic because their name is Jones. But,
Right.
bro, we almost went 2 hours on this bitch.
We needed to though, because it's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? Been a month, so we needed to get 2 hours out because you was spitting fire, and I'm gonna rehash what you said on my own show.
I blacked
Probably
out a
when
couple times. I don't even know what I said.
I don't care. I remember exactly what you said because when I do my live, I'm gonna probably do a live tomorrow, and I'm gonna echo your sentiments about the Micah Parsons things, and we're gonna talk about why I feel like this is the reason why Dak ain't gonna win here is because what you said when we talk about they scary, and we could break
Hmm.
down how they're scary, and the correlation to scary is then deal Micah Parsons. You don't want to pay all these people, then get some nuts,
Something
deal them,
has to give.
and you can bring the whole house back. You can keep your offense and you can build that whole damn defense by trading. And it ain't because you don't love them, it's because you're that damn good and you have that much value. I said last year, I said if Zach Martin wanted to sit his ass out and the team was dumb enough to give up a first or a two firsts or something, buy Zach Martin. Buy Zach Martin. Don't give a hell. Buy. I said Tyron Smith in 2019 when he was still good. Trade him. Get
That's
picks.
different.
You know what I
That's
mean.
that's different. Zach
But
Martin.
the point still remains though.
What I got upset with is when Tyron got released. They were like, "Why didn't we trade him?" Like you already drove the value into the ground, just like you did to
By
Marcus Ware.
by talking about he hurt all the time, so
The
he like
trade
hell.
the trade should have happened 4 years ago.
4 years ago, 2019 is when he should did it when
And
they was wanting him.
this is now we're on to the Micah Parsons conversation again. Is if you want to do the trade, now's when you do it.
Yeah, this is the most peak
But
time.
they're so scared
Scared,
to let go of
scared,
that.
scared,
You-
because they
Sometimes
scared.
sometimes you got to trade Tyreek Hill. Sometimes you got to trade Jalen Ramsey. Sometimes you got to trade Khalil Mack. Sometimes you got to trade AJ Brown.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae. Sometimes this is the moves you have to make. It's nothing personal.
It's not personal.
I want to make that clear. Like I have my own feelings about Parsons, but I still maintain that on any given day he's probably the best player on the field, which is why you can get this haul back for him that it would bring, and you can do without him because your corner's coming back, and you got Williams, and you got the depth to kind of make it work.
You got depth at corner. You got some depth at
Ver,
linebacker
ver,
now.
versus 8 and 40, 88 and 4. We can't. We can't. We if those two dudes, either one of them go down, that's it. You could trade Parsons right now and have a successful season. You trade 4 for 88 right now, and you're looking at 4 wins.
Or if you lose them to injury.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm gonna keep talking about this, and a lot of people gonna hate, but that's okay. We ain't here for really the love. We're just here. We like for you to love, but we're just trying to tell our truths and keep it real. And these are things to really think about. Like it's real, and
It's team building, man. It's part of it.
Especially when the Joneses are balking at wanting to pay. That's why they're taking so long because they're balking at paying all these players. That's why it's taking so long. So something we're going to talk about more, and I'm going to be thinking about it. And like I said, if they were to actually do something like this would bring excitement back to me. Not the excitement that we lost to Parsons, but excitement that you're not scary. You're taking risks. You're taking chances. Especially if you get rid of them, you get a haul back, and then you get to flipping. That's when I know you're serious. Okay, this team, they're serious now. They ain't playing
Yeah,
because see,
we're
they
not
tried to
talking
tell us last year. They said it on CBS. He's like, well, when you get a A in the offseason like we did, trading for fucking Brandon Cooks and Stephen Gilmore, and you
a
said
couple
that's
of
an
day
A in
three
the
picks.
offseason.
No,
That's what we're excited about. And he said, but you don't win in the playoffs. That's Stephen Jones. Just shut the excuse my language,
dude,
but just shut the fuck up. Just shut the
I
fuck
would,
up.
I would catch a case to crack that dude one time. It would feel so
I,
fucking
I,
good.
I and you know what? I don't even know him, and I wouldn't crack him, but I would bump into him.
I just know personally a bunch of people that he's bullied and been a shitty power dynamic person to. And we're not even talking about the agents. We're talking about
Nobody
like
likes Stephen Jones. Go across the
no.
board. Can you hear one person, even Jerry Goofy ass? Do you hear one person
That's the
say,
thing.
"I love Stephen Jones" or
I actually
"Stephen"?
got
I
I
talk
actually
went up there and talked to Stephen.
I actually got tired of talking about it because I thought I made my point on on Twitter or whatnot. Is nobody likes him, dude.
Nobody likes that dude. You don't hear
Nobody
one.
likes him
You don't hear one person say any good thing about Stephen Jones, bro. Not
because
one. I
he's
haven't heard anybody.
no because he spent the last 30 years being a dickhead alcoholic bully to everybody in the game. And now he has to do business with those people because Jerry's checked out mentally
Hmm.
and
And they
nobody
like
wants to talk.
and they
Nobody
like
wants to
f
talk
and
to
they,
him.
and they like f you. You a goofy. You's a
I
goofy.
want to talk to you, dude. What, you want to yell at me again? You want to get in my face? I mean, for those that don't know, this is public information. You can look it up. When Dak's first big contract hit at the Senior Bowl, Todd France and Stephen Jones got in a screaming match where Stephen Jones shoved him in the chest and knocked him over a bar stool, and they had to be separated. That happened. It's factual information, man. That's the way that dude operates. So
Yeah.
that's why you have these issues with this team when they try to get anything done with any player represented by by those agents. Because at that time, France was still with CAA. Now he's with Athletes First.
What? You might get blocked, bro.
That's kind of racist, huh?
Isn't that racist?
Yeah,
I'm
I
only
mean,
I'm the only one allowed to call him a Billy. That's my guy.
ask me to take my shirt off. Why don't you go take your mom's shirt off, bud? Suck her nipples. I'm get the fuck out of here. Fucking with me. I smack shit out you.
uh,
So yeah,
that
that
we already know it's about time now.
yeah, we don't rant down. This is yeah, we ran super over. Is there anything else? Anything else we need to touch on?
Uh, no, that's it, big dog. We hit it all. And like I said, I'm going to push that little agenda that you was talking about with Mike. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna try to push it, but I'm just gotta talk about it. But it's not gonna
Use
happen. But
use
gotta
use
talk about it.
numbers. Use numbers instead of names because the names will his brother will find it.
Right.
So
Well, I appreciate
um
everybody. Well, go ahead, finish that.
no, you're good. You're good, Bubba. I was just trying to think if there's any training camp. We'll be doing a show next Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
for training camp,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna be on Mozzie Watch. I want to see
I'm
how that
sorry.
shows.
I'm not putting no stock in that. I told you, Michigan guys don't work here. They
I
just
just want
don't.
to see. I just want to see the weight.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the weight.
You want to see the
That's
weight?
all. I want to see the weight.
I just feel like he's
That's
not
all.
gonna do nothing with weight on, weight off. I just feel like he's not gonna do anything. I tried to be so optimistic because Dallas jumped out the box, got a defensive tackle. He was a big boy, but I had that Michigan thought in the back of my head. Taco made it bad for me. I didn't mean to, Taco, but you made it bad for a lot of us. And then I just feel like Michigan players just don't do good here. I don't know why they just don't do good
Well, maybe like USC quarterbacks are just not worth drafting.
here. Yeah, just I don't know. Stay away from the guys for a little bit. Stay away from the guys. Jordan Lewis, you're okay with us though. I like Jordan.
Yeah.
I like Jordan.
All right. I think we ran our course here, Bubba.
All right, big dog. I appreciate you. Burgers and Blitzes was back at it again. Almost 2 hours for your face because we've been out for a month. But we came right back with some fire, some heat. So if you did not get a chance to watch this in the very beginning, please do. A lot of good nuggets, a lot of good info, a lot of good stuff talked about, and a lot of real stuff. So please continue to tune in. We'll be back next Wednesday. Training camp will be right in our face. And please listen to what Mike said about that contract being signed before camp and the thoughts about it. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of good meeting here, and make sure you check out my live tomorrow. We'll be having our top 10 QBs. I'm gonna send my list to you, Mike. I think you'll like it. Our top 10 QB list on best of enemies. It'll be fire, and then the big star show is coming back to your face. So a lot of good stuff going down. We know what it is. I appreciate once again my dog Mike. You came in here spitting fire. Yo got fire, yo got flames. I appreciate you, dog. And we'll be talking to you
Dylon. Top
and
five.
everybody
Dylon,
else.
Dylon, Dylon.
You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. We'll talk to y'all and we'll see you soon. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank y'all.